Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you to support you to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. And you know what? I think that just goes perfectly with today's story. This story is called Going Someplace Special, and the author's name is Patricia McKissick. Now, this is Patricia's story. Some of the things in here are a little bit fictional, but this is her childhood, and she wants you to know all about going somewhere special. One of her favorite places happens to be the library. So if you want to check out what happens with Miss Patricia in her story, you can check it out from your county library or go online and check it out with Sora. Now, we like to count down those top schools here in Fresno Unified, those top 5 checkout schools. And in second place this week, we've got Heaton Elementary. So great job, Heaton. Keep up that good work. How do you get your school's name up here? Really easy. Check out your books through Sora and tell some of your classmates to do the same. Now, if you're looking for something else to do that's going to keep your mind busy, we have these really fun activity books. All you need to do is send me a note to the address that's popping up on your screen below, or even just an email, but don't forget to include your address so that I know where to send the book. It's totally free, and it's full of all kinds of word searches and fill in the blanks, all those things that you need to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. Okay, I've got 3 things that we're going to go through and talk about today. We're going to talk about common roots, closed syllables, and some context clues. Are you ready to get started? Okay, let's warm up those super smart muscles that we've got, our brains. Okay, we're going to look at some high-frequency words. Now, those high-frequency words are words that we come across often in our reading and writing, and in third grade, it's really important that we're able to use them appropriately in our sentences and spelled correctly. So if there's something up here that you need to practice, jot it down, put it on a Post-it note, put it next to the bathroom mirror, and while you're brushing your teeth at night, you can practice. Remember, you're responsible for your learning success. I know you can do this. All right, let's go through, let's read the words together. You read them big and loud. Here we go. Should, would, yellow, years, your, right, laugh, and does. I heard a lot of words that actually sound the same. Do you remember what those are called? Yes, they're homophones, words that sound the same but have different meanings, and we've got some examples today. So write, W-R-I-T-E, and write, R-I-G-H-T, both say the word right, but they have different meanings. See if you can figure out which one goes in which sentence. Here we go. Please write your name on your paper. And he can't tell right from wrong. All right, so write, W-R-I-T-E. What is that? You are correct. It's like when you are writing your name on your paper. So please write your name on your paper. And he can't tell right from wrong. Oh no, that's not very good. But this would be another word for correct. All right, great job, third grade. We're going to move down just a little bit and start talking about those common roots. Now, why do we need to know what a common root is and what it means? Well, as you go through and you're building your vocabulary and you're becoming amazing readers, it's important that you start to see that words are connected and they're sometimes made up of the same parts, like a common root. It'll help you understand what the word means. Okay, let's look at some examples. So, PED is a common root. Ped means foot. So let's talk about some examples. We've got pedestrian, and you can see the P-E-D right there, pedestrian, and pedal. They both have to do with your foot. You pedal using your feet, and pedestrians are simply people that are walking around on their feet. And then this one, M-A-G-N, mag, means large and great. And here are a couple of examples. So magnet, and magnify means that you're making things bigger so that you can see it, right? Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears just a little bit and talk to you about syllable types. Now, at the beginning of the year, we went through and we talked about all of the different types. There are 6 different syllable types. In a syllable, we always have a vowel sound. So we're going to identify those first. And then in a closed syllable, that vowel has a consonant that follows it, and it allows that vowel to be short. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So when I come over here and I'm looking, oops, stay there, there we go. When I'm looking at this very first word, now you're probably able to read it, but that's okay. We're looking for syllables. So we're looking for a pattern. We're going to find the vowels first. So what's a vowel? Oh, okay, let's review them. A, E, I, O, U. Perfect. So we have U and E are vowels, and I'm going to put a V so that I remember that those are my vowels. And in between my 2 vowels, I've got consonants. You got it right there. And there's 2 of them. Since there's 2 of them, I know my pattern, and I'm able to divide my syllable right there between those 2 consonants. So I've got butter, butter. Okay, let's see if we can divide this one into its syllables. How many vowels do you see? Well, there's a U and an E. Good. I'm going to put V for vowel. And then what do we have between our vowels? 2 consonants. Great. Are you starting to see that pattern? Split those 2 consonants. How many syllables do we have? 2. Good. Puppet. Remember, the vowels are short because there is a consonant that closes that vowel sound. Let's look at one last one. Find our vowels. A and E, those are our vowels. How many syllables? How many consonants? 2 of them right here. I'm going to split my consonants right down the middle, right between the 2 of them. So I've got sad, din, sadden. All right, let's look and see what this looks like as we go through and we're practicing it. Let's see if I can get this guy to stay right there so he's not in the way. Okay, and I'm going to switch my pen color. So this one, we're going to read each sentence and circle the word that has 2 closed syllables. And then we're going to split that into the 2 syllables using a hash mark. So help me out. Let's go through and let's read our sentence. We should put the ripe pears in the basket. Okay, do you see a word that's following kind of our pattern we've been looking at? Basket. Okay, let's look. Vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant, and I'm going to split it right there. That's going to be my hash mark. Basket. Good. I am going to read a new chapter each day. Well, what do we see? How about chapter? Okay, find those vowels. I've got 2 of them. Vowel, vowel. I've got consonant, consonant, so I'm able to split it. Chapter. Good. Dad called the dog a rascal for chewing his shoe. Okay, so rascal. All right, I've got vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant, split it right down the middle. Excellent. Okay, last one. How do you think we could solve this problem? Okay, I see 2 vowels, vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant, split it, and I've got 2 closed syllables. Great. Now, we're going to look at some related words right here. Now, I've got a whole bunch of them, and I've got different roots that I'm able to kind of put them together using. So I've got sphere, scope, graph, gram, cycle, and therm. help me put these where they need to go. I've got thermometer. Do you see where thermometer would go? Yeah, it'd go over here with therm. All right, bicycle. Where would this one go? Ooh, I see sickle right here. All right, how about biography? What do we see? Biography. Ooh, I see graph right there. There's a graph in this word. Do you see the parts that are matching? How about atmosphere? Yep, perfect. And autograph. Where would autograph go? Ooh, it's over there by biography. It's got the graph again. How about diagram? All right, I see that gram right there. Thermal has that therm, like thermometer. Telescope has the scope. Microscope has scope. Are you seeing how we're doing that? They've all got those little parts to their words, and then we're able to put them where they belong. Let's finish off these last three. Hemisphere. Hemisphere. Do you see the sphere right here in hemisphere? And program. Program like diagram. And recycle has cycle like bicycle. Excellent job. Okay, let's finish off today talking about context clues. Okay, what does an author want us to be able to do when they give us some words that maybe we're not super familiar with? Well, an author is going to provide some context clues so that we can figure out what the message that our author is trying to tell us. Okay, I have an example right here. So if you want to go swimming, it is essential that you swim where there is a lifeguard. What does the word essential mean? Well, I have a couple of guesses. It's either necessary or funny. What do you think it would be? If you want to go swimming, it's essential that you swim where there's a lifeguard. Well, I don't think that a lifeguard would be very funny. It sounds like you probably should be somewhere where maybe it's necessary to have a lifeguard because it's probably not safe to swim without that lifeguard that's going to help you out. So, third grade, here's what we went through today. We talked about common roots, we talked about closed syllables, and then we finished up looking at these context clues. We're always trying to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. And so you can apply this strategy in your reading. Because remember, you are responsible for your learning success. Remember, ask those questions, share your ideas, because together we can do so much more. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. I can't wait to see you back here on PBS tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.